Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lictor24 and just a thought piece today really. Forge World models. Is it okay to use them? And if it is there a social contract that you need to enter into with your opponent? Now let me preface this. I know not all Forge World models and their rules are created equal. Some are a lot more, let's say, impressive than others. Some you can no problem slide into any game of 40k you want, and your opponent better probably even not about an eyelid. There's a wide variety, but I'm on about the larger, more let's say impressive models and rule sets that can come out of the Forge World after the Forge World department. The reason I started thinking about this, I was looking at my gaming table. And for quite some time, all games that I had over my place because I was dealing with the table. Me and my friend invested in terrain, man, and whatnot, and we all decided to come over to my place for beers and games for 40k. It's changing now. One of my friends goes over the table, so decided to go over his more and more. But I was looking at my gaming table. I was just remembering all the games that we've had over here, and one particular one stuck out in my mind. Background story. This was way back, near enough the beginning of the 8th edition. Me and my two closest friends, we were still working on our indexes, and my friend, his codex dropped first, and it was Grey Knights, and with that came the chapter master. Is it chapter master? The big dude in the big baby carrier. Grandmaster and Dread Knight armor. Dread Knight power armor? The big baby carrier dude. And he was a badass. I mean, this guy would go around pushing people's shit back in like nobody's business. And being a Codex army and we working with indexes, we got our asses pretty roundly handed to us, and like quite regularly. I mean, it was savage. It really was. I mean, particularly like the Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight armor. I think that's what it's called. And like I said, he was the centerpiece. He was the boss. I mean, I'd rather go toe to toe with Drogo than go toe to toe with this thing because it would just wreck face. This was before I had any major heavy hitters in my Tyranid collection. I mean, I know Swarm Lord and things like that might give me reference money, but back then I didn't have that kind of muscle in my army. And this went on for quite some time. But my other friend, well, he decided to shake things up a bit one day. And we were over my place, just unpacking our armies, and my Grey Knight friend, he was just going, yeah, I've got this guy, oh, and a big bad boss man here. He's going to run around the table breaking faces with his hammer, as per the usual. And my other friend was like, yeah, that's no problem. And he pulled out of his bag a Necron Pylon. Now, for people who don't know, a Necron Pylon is a Forge World model. It's basically a huge macro weapon. It's big. It's like, I think it stands like a foot tall off the table. And this thing will tear holes in Titans, being a macro weapon. Macro weapons do like double wounds to Titanic units and things like that. But even against regular units, it's still a hugely, massively powerful gun. It will wreck your shit if you get hit by it. And my friend who played Grey Knight's face, it just dropped. It's like he's just opened up his wallet to find nothing in there but, you know, excrement, and it was bad. It was bad. And he was like, well, why are you bringing that? Why you can't use that in a regular game of 40k. And my other friend was like, no, I can, because this is after 8th edition. They scrapped all the old Apocalypse rules. Like, well, I know way back when you used to be able to only have certain models in Apocalypse games. You'd have the Apocalypse only stamp, but they did away with all that in 8th edition, and I think 7th edition as well. And now this Necron Pylon, it was only like 500 points, so it wasn't majorly expensive. I mean, I think it's on par with like maybe slightly more expensive than a Knight or a Wraith Knight, things like that, or a Lord of Skulls. You can use it in regular games. And like I said, my friend, his face just dropped. He also brought some other stuff, mostly Necron warriors, things like that, but nothing too impressive. This was the main attraction of his army. And, well, I think my Grey Knight friend, he just panicked a little bit. He didn't know what to do with himself. And it kind of went how you'd think it'd go. Turn 1, my Grey Knight friend moved up or moved around, something like that, and second, my Necron friend had a turn. He pointed that big old gun at that Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight armor and made him go bye-bye. And that was it. The game pretty much devolved into like a shooting gallery because my Grey Knight friend, he didn't know what to do because he was like a rabbit in headlights. He was so blinded by this huge, ginormous gun thing that he didn't really, in my opinion, play to the mission. And I still hold to this day that he probably might have been able to win if he deployed more conservatively and things of that ilk. But to be fair to him, I mean, I don't know what I would have done if I was playing a pylon. But then again, it's a different kettle of fish for me. A Grey Knight army is a very small elite force. I mean, if my friend drops a pylon in front of my Tyranid army, I'm like, great, you're going to kill one bug every turn. So you're going to kill a maximum of 6 then, yeah? Great, I've got another 97 waiting in the wings. It's fine. I'm not worried about it, bro. But it really did ruin him, and he didn't enjoy the game. He said as much afterwards. He said, I didn't enjoy that game because, you know, you used that pylon, and it got me thinking: was it right to use that pylon? Do these Forge World models, do they need a gentleman's agreement to be able to use them? Because I can see where both friends are coming from. On the one side, my Grey Knight player, yes, he did get his ass handed to him, but then again, like I said, if he played it better, played it smarter, he might have been able to win. Might be able to, might not. Then again, sometimes it's all in the cards. I've been playing games before where points have just ran away from me and there's been nothing I can do, so I just try and enjoy the game. And I can also see it from my Necron friends' point of view. Yes, there probably was a little bit of, well, if you're bringing your big hammer, I'm going to bring my even bigger hammer. But he's bought that model. He's painted that model. It looks good. He wants to use it, and you can't really say no because it's a legal model at the end of the day. So should there be some kind of social contract for this kind of thing? So instead of rather just tipping up with it blind, you should say, hey, you know, today I might bring a model that's, you know, kind of out of the ordinary. You might want to just, you know, think about what you're bringing, that kind of thing, because you can't straight up tell someone you're going to, hey, I'm bringing this, because even if you don't want to, I think subconsciously you will start tailoring your list to fight that kind of thing. So instead of bringing a Grandmaster and Nemesis Dread whatever armor, you'll just call dudes, lots and lots of dudes. So your pylon, yeah, you'll kill something, but who cares? You're not killing anything worthwhile. And vice versa, if my friend knew what my Grey Knight player was bringing, he just tailors this against him. So there has to be some kind of mystery to it. But again, it's a very, very large, powerful model. It's a hard one. Personally, I am of the opinion that there should be a gentleman's agreement to these kind of things. So let's say if I'm bringing, I don't know, what's my equivalent? I don't really think I have equivalent. A Harridan. If I said to my friends, right, you know what I've got in my collection, I might be bringing something out of the ordinary. You might want to think about what I might be bringing. Just saying, you know, be prepared. I think that's good enough. If your friends know what you have, I suppose it's all depends on your gaming circles. Certainly in pickup games, I wouldn't go down to your local gaming store with huge, big, ass-kicking Forge World models, because you'll quickly become known as that guy no one wants to play, because you'll straight up ruin everyone's time. Like I say, it depends a lot on your gaming circle and your friends group. If your friends know what your collection consists of, and you say to them, hey, listen, you know, next game we have, be prepared, shit might go down, then, you know, they might think to themselves, well, if Ben's saying that, he never normally says that, it might be Harridan time, or, you know, it might be Pylon time, or whatever. You know, it's certainly in pickup games down your local gaming store, I would stray away from that. Unless you discuss it with them, unless you're fine with discussing that with them prior to the game, say, hey, this game we're having tomorrow at X o'clock. Do you mind if I bring my pile? I really want to bring down a show off. Yeah, no problem. Bear in mind that guy will probably, if not deliberately, subconsciously maybe tailor his list to fighting a pylon. Fair enough, but you've done the stand-up thing, the gentlemanly thing, and let them know they're not going to get caught off guard by it. Again, if you've got a friends circle, just say to your friends, guys, be prepared. You know, I might be bringing the hammer down. That kind of thing. But it's a tricky one. I know these kind of things can potentially ruin someone's game and experience. And at the end of the day, both players are there to have fun. You're both deciding to get there, sit down, and push around little miniatures and have fun with it. Nobody wants the other person to be upset or have a bad time, unless, you know, you're going out of your way to make sure the other person has a bad time, in which case it kind of sounds like you're the guy with the problem, if I'm honest. But no, it's just a quick thought piece on me. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments section. Is it okay to use Forge your models willy-nilly without telling your opponent? Would you tell your opponent? You know, a gentleman's agreement. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Sorry for the audio quality. Dealing with headset and a blocked nose and cold and all sorts of lurgy. Hopefully get over it soon. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I will catch you all next time. See ya.